Thursday, on the 7th of May, the general elections for the United Kingdom were held. The Conservative Party, which had been ruling the UK for the past 5 years, has surfaced with an unexpected victory. Many polls taken ahead of the election expected that the Conservatives would not win an absolute majority and would have to find another party willing to form a coalition government. However, after the voting was complete in all of the UK's 650 parliamentary constituencies, the Conservatives had won 331 seats out of the required 326, allowing them to declare a majority and form the government of the United Kingdom for the next 5 years. The Labour Party was nowhere close, losing by 99 seats to the Conservatives. The Scottish National Party won a landslide in Scotland, obtaining all seats but one. The next Prime Minister of the UK, David Cameron, hopes to continue the UK's rise in economy and to better foreign relations. Mr Cameron, during his first term as the Prime Minister, stated that if re-elected, he would propose a referendum in Parliament discussing the future of the UK's membership in the EU, which now opens up the possibility of the UK's withdrawal from the EU. On the other hand, Scotland finally gets their independence, as we can see a massive rise in nationalism in Scotland following the National Party's massive victory there, and the party's open support for Scottish independence. What happens next, we will just have to wait and see.
Last weekend, a violent attack took place in a center near Dallas, Texas. Within the center, an exhibit featuring blasphemous comics of Prophet Muhammad was held by an anti-Islamic group in Garland, Texas. Two gunmen began to fire on the security guard outside the path to the building before being shot down as a handgun. Sources revealed that the two gunners were roommates named Elton Simpson and Nazir Sufi. The Islamic State operates within Iraq and Syria and is one of the most dangerous jihadist groups presently. Last Tuesday, ISIS claimed responsibility for the attack through Al-Bayan radio and even promised to deliver more attacks in the future. This is the first time ISIS has taken credit for an attack on US soil, although it remains unclear as to whether the group played a direct role in the attack or if the two attackers who had pledged allegiance to the group had carried it out by themselves.
Boko Haram militants stoned an unspecified number of captive women to death in northern Nigeria last week. Officials have said the military liberated approximately 700 captives from Boko Haram, including about 300 women and children. The captives were fed just one meal per day and were guarded fixedly by the Boko Haram radicals. Disease and malnutrition were widespread under the militant group's watch, and it still seems uncertain how many captives remain in their custody. In a separate operation, military recruits captured an unnamed individual as a suspect for working with the Boko Haram in the northeastern Nigerian city of Baga. However, as of now, there is no proof as to whether he was indeed working with the Boko Haram, and the interrogation could go on for weeks with no result. On the other hand, the Nigerian military is sure of his work with the Boko Haram and have stated that the suspect will definitely be interrogated and tortured for information if necessary, in hopes to figure out the radical group's primary operations.
At the end of this academic year, KIS will be bidding farewell to 22 teachers who have served in our school and shared a great deal of memory with us. We've caught up with two of the longest serving staff members. Mr. Samuel has been working in our school for 29 years as a dorm parent, German and cooking class teacher.
I had a wonderful time at this place. The school, the environment, the people around have been wonderful to me. Now, I wish in Kodi everyone a good life here and a prosperous life.
And Mr. Hayden has worked as a stockroom assistant, finance office assistant, cashier, property officer, photographer and a comp lab supervisor for 40 years in Kodi.
I respect all the students. That's why I call every boy as a master and every girl as a madam. And mostly I used to myself, this is the kingdom and you are all my princes and princess. So I respect you all, I greet you all, wish you all the success. Thank you.
Mr. Hayden and Mr. Samuel were indeed a very important part of Kodi. KIS will not be the same without them, and they will be missed.
At the beginning of this academic semester, the school snack bar Gymkhana banned any retail of soft drinks. The school came to this decision as our environmental efforts have been escalated since our association with the Green School Alliance. Upon Kodaikanal International School's entrance into this alliance, we have made changes such as the installation of the solar panels on the alumni hall. The banning of soda has been the most controversial and debatable change yet. Some argue that the ban was in favor of a better environment and improvement of the health of the students, while others argue that the right to purchase soft drinks should be on the student's choice. The KIS News team has surveyed the public opinion on this matter.
It's an Indian government banned it. Coca-Cola, all the cola items to sell the school inside the school. So we stopped the items.
No, I think the ban is not lawful because of the reason that we should be able to drink whatever we want. And Sprite and Coke is a thing that's sold out in the open, and we should also sell it here too.
The opinion polls KIS News team conducted claims that 61% of our students disagree with this ban, while 39% support it. The topic remains controversial and the center of many conversations. This is Gloria Yoon, and you are watching KIS News 24/1.